Today is June 22nd, 2023. We're going to be heading to the cemetery today by bike, actually, with my friend Willow. She's going to bring her bike, and we are going to bike. These are pumpkins, and yeah, it's kind of cool. They're like sprouting third leaves. Oh, very cute, very cute. We're here on Albany Shaker Road, and this is they've already got a fucking new house built. Isn't that crazy? They're building houses here. I mean, we saw when they clear cut it. We saw when it was pristine meadow, and we saw when they had all those big pieces stacked up for their underground plumbing systems and all that. But yeah, they're building it. I guess within a couple of weeks there'll be a bunch more houses here. Fan-fucking-tastic. This used to be the horse farm. Now there's no horses.
I didn't even take it seriously in role plays. That's what I found. I had to do it briefly on Zoom too for fucking ABA, and it's it was only thankfully 15 minutes ever. But,
what is it for?
Just shit. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, I guess to sit down. But yeah, you can't take it seriously.
Hello and welcome back to Rainbows and Razor Blades, the show for my bike. By the Gregorian calendar, it is currently the 23rd day in the 6th month, the month of June in the year of the Lord, 2023. By French Revolutionary calendar, it is currently the 5th day in the month of Masador, the month of harvest. That's fucking crashed. Okay, so I should probably ride with at least one hand on my handlebars. I can ride my bike with no handlebars, but I almost tripped, so we'll stop. So today we're going to talk about homeless people, specifically in Albany. And we're going to talk about some of the reactions that I see and have been seeing for over 10 years, I mostly saw it when these talking points were refined about 10 years ago in, Seattle and the rest of them places. So in Seattle, they've had 10 years to mull it over and decide what the best courses of action are going to be. And even then, it's still a losing battle. It's not like a ideal situation for anybody. There's not like an ideal form to fashion that you can put for a way to catch all, solve all notorious street crimes, we'll say, right? So I'll tell you one of the things that I see quite often, right? Alarmist threads by presumably young vulnerable women. I don't feel safe anymore, I'm a young woman. Fair enough, but they're usually so vague and not explicit that it makes you wonder if they're actually being posted by right-wing shitposting trolls. Now, that's not to gaslight and suggest that every time a woman has a problem, it's a gaslighting shitposter troll, because that's just further gaslighting. And that isn't what I mean to suggest. It's just that you got to really take a look at the veracity of the information that's being given out. Like, I had a man touch me. Okay, fair enough. That seems like a legitimate accusation. Did you file a police report? No, fuck the police. Okay, also fair enough. But did you at least take a picture? Did you give a statement to anybody, or did you just come crying to the internet? Honestly, if that's what you did, good on you. That's a good recourse. If you get sexually grabbed, or have your arm accosted, or you have people come over and pet your back, or steal your hat, or whatever it is, fuck yeah, post about them. But it's not to say that there's no proof. We got a picture. Where's your proof? Where's your proof? It's just that anytime anyone suggests something for example, right? This is my solution. Not my solution. This is some of my information. I said, have you concerned yourself, or have you considered or concerned yourself with walking with your phone in your hand to dissuade this from happening, or at least get an accurate statement by a camera of what did happen. And the response that comes back is always like, well, that could invite further violence. Okay, fine. Why don't you run away? Well, he could chase you. Okay, well, why don't you carry a gun and shoot him? Well, he could shoot back and he could overpower you. So it's like, right, so no matter what we suggest, no matter what we say, no matter what our solution, well, non-solution is, no matter what we talk about, we're going to get it back on the other end of just like, well, this like hysterical bullshit that doesn't matter, right? It's called demoralization. So the other thing that I often see is just immediate appeals to reactionary violence. So I'm having a problem, and rather than that problem being met where the problem exists, you know, or even having a talk about the systemic inequity, etc., we jump immediately to, well, why weren't you carrying a bigger gun than he was? Why couldn't you fight him off? Oh, this is fucked. There's no way across. Nah, this is fucked. What a pain in the ass, you know? But, yeah, we gotta get across this road eventually somehow. Every day with this shit. So I was just ranting, and I realized that I had no idea what I was talking about. So we're just gonna start over. So we're talking today about homelessness. We're not talking about, well, actually, that's actually not true. It's like, that's like the topic header of the day. But actually, more specifically, what we're talking about is like bums that very specifically have that fucking annoying bum voice. You all know the one I'm talking about. You all know exactly what I'm talking about, right? And the one that I just did right there was not a race thing. And if it was, that's the white guy. Because you don't want me to do what the black one sound like, right? Like, you know it when you fucking hear it. We're talking about that when it becomes sexually predative upon you. We're talking about what happens when the people that are just gaslighting in the comment section saying things like, well, if you had a gun. It's like, dude, that's not a real solution. That's a non-solution. You're going to tell every kid that the kids are going to, well, if you had a gun. Like, sir, this is my 14-year-old daughter that you're telling to arm up. Well, maybe you should give your 14-year-old daughter pepper spray and not a real gun then, right? Like, where's your argument go from there, dude? Like, if these people are willing to commit crimes, then the solution, right, from the right wing, of course, or the established order is, we'll call the cops. Well, what if that doesn't work? Because even once we do call the cops, there's no system of accountability above that, right? We don't have vagrancy laws. We can't trespass them from our lands. We can't literally drive them at spear point off a fucking cliff. So rather than getting gaslighted, told that I have to carry a gun, what's the middle ground? Is it, God bless, here's $1? Because that doesn't help the next lady from getting her arm grabbed and getting sexually assaulted. Having people try to look down her shirt, try to kiss up on her neck when the guy's drunk, try to throw a fucking skateboard when she doesn't get her fucking wallet out quick enough, or she refuses to get walked and marched to an ATM to get money out. It's fucked up. I don't know how to solve the problem. I don't know what the solution is. I really don't. I really, really don't. I think it's a consequence of the system as a macro system. And I don't think that the system builds in a safeguard against this from happening. It may be even built into the system that this does happen. And you couldn't possibly build a system where this doesn't happen, because there's just some people that this is going to happen to. And it's not even necessarily happening to them. They're happening to us. It's not because they're poor that they're happening to us, or because they have, because they're men and have testosterone that it's happening to us. It's because both of those things are true, and they're using it as an excuse, or because they're just so helpless. These poor mentally ill men that just need medication and socialized health care and access to better dental work and a 401k, free fucking housing that isn't the projects. I've heard it all. I know what the other side, quote unquote, wants. It's just that my side of things gets fucking brutal, and you don't want it to be a real solution. So if we're not talking about hypothetical whack jobs like me coming in with our fucking pickup trucks, then what are we talking about? Well, for starters, we could talk about building what they call safe zones. That's places that are just like overly strict the way that college campuses are. Just like there's a certain line of legality that you can't cross, right? Like you can't arbitrarily stop and frisk people just because someone's like, but you could put fucking security cameras up and you could start to hold people accountable. And when there isn't accountability to be held, What do you do with someone when you can't actually jail them, or where jailing them isn't actually a dissuasion? That's the point where we're at. Like, that's the problem. Like, there are so many of these people that are so dysregulated and just having such a hard time emotionally stabilizing in such a cruel world. There's so many of them out there that are stealing your catalytic converter and stabbing you in the fucking gut, or, you know, or it's like, these are not the people that are sophisticated enough to go work for the cartel and at least pretend to only mostly shoot each other, as opposed to just randomly into a crowd. Or, you know, like, that's a different level of sophisticated criminal behavior. What the fuck is this? Dude, there's like something gross as fuck here. It's so gross. That's what it feels like. It feels like sitting in other people's spit, having to tolerate these fucking people. Right? And they do, and they spit. Right? And I understand that we could pass laws, but how do you really enforce that? Like, oh yeah, I just saw you spit. I got it on video. Who the fuck wants to spend 15 hours in fucking court just to dock a man $200 that's going to be right back out spitting the next day? I'm a spit apologist, by the way. Like, what fucking ever, dude, you know? So do we want to live in a panopticon surveillance state? Because, like, we have the technology, we've had it for quite a while. It's called turnkey tyranny. Do we want to ratchet up the security the way that it is, like, in the concourse? Like, in the concourse, they let you do basically whatever the fuck you want. They even let you get a little bit loud. By the time you start playing the piano, and I mean really playing the piano, like after hours, they start to come up to you as the state troopers and be like, hey, listen, you gotta get the fuck out of here. You're pissing everyone off. Did I lose my fucking grinder? My dude, my boy, my guy. You have lost the grinder. We'll be back after this. I'm going over here. Like, I'm not fucking with you. I gotta go get my grinder. I know, you're probably curious about me too. Like, I'm over here. This is what I'm doing. I'm just here. Don't go near the fence. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, he doesn't know. I don't know how to tell him not to do it. Shit, did I really lose my grinder? It's such a dumb thing to lose, you know? My grinder, you know? He doesn't know. He didn't know help. Even if he knew what it was, he wouldn't know where I put it probably. Ah, here we go. That's good at least. This thing, this is a grinder. It's a grinder. It's so I can smoke weed. You don't know. Well, you're talking to a fucking bull. It's true, you know, there are families with intellectual disabilities and genius level children all the same that by economic circumstances, theft, thievery, this, that, and the other thing, the act of God and nature, go homeless. It's a shameless position to be in. But there's a distinctive type of bum-ass male that has no recovery trajectory, has proven time and time again to be a degenerate. What do you do with them? Well, you make them sleep in a tent in the middle of the fucking daylight so they can harass all your civilians, I guess. How far out can you push them onto the train tracks before, you know, the city actually stops really actually being able to take care of it? Like, you literally can't send the sheriff that far out onto the underpass, right? You could try to sabotage their water. That's a great plan. Oh yeah, that's a great plan. Where do you think they're gonna go for water when you literally turn off their water? Like, the very first 15 minutes that they figure out that water, they're gonna start like a fucking zombie horde directly towards the water. Now, if that is your town, then you better not be turning that shit up. What are you on about? Goes over here like, wow. A little weird. Might be a little bit of revisionist history there. Idealism framed through the nutcase wannabe Scooby-Dooby-Dees. Marijuana poems, got it tattered on my sleeves. There's a really fucking depressing sight. This guy, you know, he's looking for a mate, but I mean, he's got nowhere to go. I'm going this way, so he's listening to me. But unfortunately, like, this is the best way across. So I'm gonna spook him, but I'm gonna keep going. Like, 'cause he should be crossing here, you know? Like, this is instinctively where he should go. I hope he doesn't run in the road. Oh no, man. I can't do anything, you know? Alright, he went away. That's good. Hopefully he'll figure it out. He probably won't. It's not a good environment for a male deer. Or really any animal. It's all overgrown with just like terrible underbrush. Where like, you know, they're supposed to trek through like old growth forests and fields and stuff. Where they have like plenty of room, where they're taller than everything. It's not supposed to be that everything is at eye level. Right? Because they can't use their hands to get it out of the way. You know, for them it's just really frustrating. And yeah, it's not a good place for a deer. And there's no, like, there's no reprieve from it anywhere I can think of around here. Like, he must have traveled pretty far to get here. It's definitely not out of the realm of possibility. I've seen them before, but it's definitely out of the realm of comfort, that's for certain. Like, this is just like deer hell, you know? Like, yeah, there's enough nourishment to literally survive, but there's also probably not a lot of female bitches. And that's gotta suck if you're like a male deer. Ain't got no bitches. Ain't got no bitches. No bitches. What the hell is that? What the hell? What is that? Oh no, it's my backpack is caught. I feel it. Yeah, it's his backpack. Oh yeah, wow. Definitely what it was. Where is it? What the hell? I swear I heard it say clear for takeoff. I guess clear for takeoff means I'm free to stay. It's like a First Amendment auditor, pilot. If I'm free to go, then I'm free to stay. Ridiculous. Got like a whole fucking Wikipedia page here. This is crazy. It's great information. Y'all can pause it if you're curious. It's a lot. It's a lot of information. Yes, look at the baby geese. They got their like whole baby geese thing going. They're baby geese. That's so cute, the little fledglings. They even got the heads and everything. They got their full colors. I like the sentinel behavior from the parents. They're like, fuck this, there's a whole threat over here. But the kids are just like vibing. They're just eating and being peaceful. I don't want to disturb their peace. Like, obviously they're watching me wearily, but like, you know, I'm all the way over here. I'm not a predator. They don't know that though, so they're being very cautious. I mean, I definitely look like I could be predative. I really like when they do this. I think the behavior is very cute. They were all laying down a moment ago, but then like all at once. Maybe because of me, but I don't even really think so. They all just kind of got up and started doing this. Chilling. Alright, Mama, I'll leave you alone. So today is June 26th, 2023. Look at them all. There's so much milkweed blooming. There should be acres of this stuff by now. Acres and acres and acres. They smell amazing. It's really its own unique smell too.
Yeah. Why wouldn't people want this like all over their yard?
Because they're degenerates.
It smells great, beautiful.
It really is.
Great for the butterflies.
They're fantastic, right?
They are so great. I love these plants.
The
so much.
greatest plants. Look at them all.
Nobody knows how great their flowers smell. They're wonderful.
Bitches don't know about our flowers. Wow. Look how beautiful.
Yeah, the bees love them.
Look, oh, I crushed the wild carrot.
Oh,
Whoops. Wasn't even paying attention to it.
I love your garden.
This is tall meadow rue.
Oh, there's honeybees.
Yes.
Sarah, did you try any of the service berries?
Service berries.
No.
Where are they?
That's a good question. Where are they?
On the service berry tree.
Well, I'll check it out then. Right after I figure out what that means. No, he's serious. But he is a troll.
I know.
Let's go, evening primrose. Oh no, babe.
Oh.
Oh, your sauce got knocked.
They're edible. Are they ripening still?
I mean, I just don't think they're very good.
Oh, I like that.
Alright. Here,
Tasty.
feed me another one.
Mm,
Don't eat too many.
I will not.
They're for the birds. That one was better than the other one. I still don't like it though.
I'm not going to eat all of them, but they're a tasty snack.
Yeah, you like taste more than I do. I'm more partial to the Virginia creeper. Look at it go!
It's going.
Yeah, it is. The fleabane's going good. They get a bit of a head start on this hill. Will you feed me a bite of whatever that smells good of? What is that? Thing came out of nowhere next to the spiderwort. Like, look at this. It just came out of nowhere. It's like in front of the door. Like, when did this get here? It's huge. I have no idea what it is, and it's almost about to bloom. We'll have to check back in. I don't know what this is. It's a wacky plant. I don't even know what this is, but it's crazy looking. Is this a tomato plant? If so, it should be treated differently. I'm gonna go check the tomato on the herb garden. Ooh, this is beautiful. Wow. Shut up, airplane. You're making my day worse, dude. Shut up. Yeah. So, like, all this should go, from my understanding. Maybe this will grow. Probably not like that, though. That's not how it really works. You gotta like put it in water and stuff first to grow the suckers. But yeah, this one should probably go too. And this one, and this one. Oops, whatever, fuck it. This one. Nah, that one can stay. And then from the elbows, I gotta find the suckers. Is this a sucker? Hard to tell. I don't know. Kind of want to clip these ones early. So the daisies are going, but then right here, I think this is some swamp milkweed actually. And it's gonna bloom very soon. Today is the 26th of June, 2023. Yeah, we'll check back in on this one later on. This one's Rebecca, Black-Eyed Susan. And I think actually that's the same one as the other one that earlier today I said I didn't know. But now that I'm looking at it, I actually do know. It's called Black-Eyed Susan. I was just really stoned earlier and was not thinking straight. Yeah, that confirms it. It's definitely the same plant. Yep. Not much really grew back this year. Kind of sucks. This whole area kind of got fucked up. But this area is going just fine.